What's up, guys? It's your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Wednesday with my special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, my brother Cassius Cuvee. What's up, my man?
What's poppin', Jay, man? Thanks for having me on. Man, what a great time it is right now. We got right in the middle of the bull market, a lot of stuff popping right now.
Come on, man. Come on. And you know, it's so incredible. You were one of my very first, I wouldn't say first, but you're like right there in the very beginning of our show about a year ago. We've been around for just around 12 months, and you graced us with your presence at that time. At that time, you were doing a lot of things. I wanted to catch up with you. You're my brother, and it's crazy because you've really given me some of the greatest invites. I remember you like when you were hanging out with BitBoy, and you guys were in Miami, and you were here. You were always 6'8", I got tickets, brother. Come out here, come out here. I mean, everywhere you went, you were inviting me, and I'm like, wait a minute, man. And you know, I got to be honest, man. You know, I want to stay married, so I was like, you know, you was out there doing the most. I was like, you know, this boy's on the this boy's on another level. I said, but I was like, maybe I'll take my wife, but I want to make sure I'm not sleeping on the couch when I get back because you was out there doing some major things. But in all actuality, you're a brilliant guy. You're doing some phenomenal. You've been able to use your music to get you on some of the biggest stages in front of some of the biggest people. I remember when BitBoy was the hottest thing in all crypto before, you know, obviously, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but he was the hottest thing in crypto. And now obviously those things happened to him. Unfortunately, I think Ben's a great guy. Just got kind of bad, you know, sometimes, you know,
I'll give you an update on Ben.
Sometimes you got to be humble, but the point I'm trying to make before getting into that is that you use that music to get into places that most people can't even get into. You were connected to people that I would see you on the internet. I'm like, good God, every time I saw something major, you were right there. That you even been on news shows. Like I've seen you on news shows, some of the biggest news channels, and they're talking about you and having you rap. And then also you were giving perspective. So man, homage, much love and much respect. Let's talk about what you've been up to, and then we'll get into some other things. Let's just talk about Cassius Cuvee, because the last time I saw you, you had the cornrows, you had the big bling, you were all over the place. It looks like you got a different swag going on, man. Talk to me.
Oh well, everything else the same. You know, I always switched up the hairstyles, so that was the thing. You know, I would change my hair color styles whenever I was feeling outfits and stuff. But then I took out the braids, like I said in my one song. Took the braids out, your girl still recognized me. So, so anyways,
Facts.
So you know, when I went to Miami is when I first took out the braids, but everything has been moving up, man. I mean, 2023 was a kind of a big year for me. Just kind of getting more really in tight with all the top crypto YouTubers and influencers, people of that respect, and just also some folks in the AI business as well. Just anything future tech, I'm pretty much interested in it. Now, obviously, we had the markets, and here we are, right? What a great time to be back. Bitcoin hit another all-time high again. Man, it feels good. So one of the things you're referring to, I was on CNBC in 2022,
right?
In February. So this is like right when the bear market started, but people didn't necessarily know if it was about. And I dropped a music video called "I Know," and they played it on CNBC. This is not my first time on there. I was on there a previous year,
right?
And they played it and everything like that. And you know, if you listen to the words of the song, it's talking about how I know Bitcoin is the future and basically how it's a game changer. Right. And even though we're at the beginning of a bear market, I'm still extraordinarily confident. So 2 years later, to see it come back to all-time highs again, like I knew then and I know now. Now, the song wasn't really about being arrogant or anything like that.
Right.
Words I kind of use a lot of play off of the word "I know," meaning like I know it's like this. I know what you're doing. It's not just like I know everything. It's more just play off the words. Right. But the general theme is that as long as they keep printing more money, inflation is real. We know that the price is going higher, and so we suffered through that whole bear market. Just congratulations to anybody who's still here, who stuck with it. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You still believed. We all knew really what the truth was, and here we are again, sitting 73,000.
Absolutely. So I want to ask you this question about people who. It's funny, like they were all on us in 2020, 2021. Our phones were ringing off the hook. All of a sudden, man, that reality kick in that bear market, it dropped from 68 to 15. I tell you, my phone hasn't been that silent during that time. I was like, where did everybody go? And all of a sudden, here we go. And there's so many people that keep saying, it's funny how when things are down, they disappear. When things are up, they call on your phone. What type of experiences have you had? I know, man, you know so many people on such high levels and different platforms, from news stations to some of the biggest people in all of crypto, some of the biggest people in the game. How does that feel when people start calling you? Do you kind of get like a little bit irritated or is it kind of gratifying? Because I got both sides that people, and even myself, like sometimes it's irritating because it's like, you should have asked me when it was the right time to buy, why are you asking me now? And then it's also gratifying because it's almost like, I told you so. Let me know how you feel. And while you're doing that, I'm going to copy the links that we're on right now, and I'm going to send it to you so you can share with your channels as well.
For sure. Yeah. So, it's interesting. I mean, listen, I don't ever want to talk down to nobody. If you listen to me and my show, my channels and Twitter, I'm usually trying to promote some sort of education, some wisdom, some information, whether it be about another chain like Algorand or, I try to promote and highlight positivity. I know on Twitter, that's not really how Twitter is most of the time. No. It's cesspool, it's very toxic. I try not to participate in that. The world has enough trolls and people talking shit and bantering and complaining all the time.
That's right.
Me, my role is to try to bring joy to the space, right? Everybody wants to invest and make money. Nothing wrong with that. But I try to bring some fun, some joy to the space. No, why can't we have? There's no reason we can't have some fun along the way.
That's right.
So when people call me up, and you're right, I am getting more text messages now, right? I told my girl, I said, look, when my cousin calls me, that's how we know it's starting to get heated. About 4 hours later, he called me. I was like, I told you, we're starting to get hot right now,
That's how it is.
People slide in my DMs on Instagram, people who've been out in the game for a year or two, whatever. But that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. I want them to be, interested and start and learning more. I mean, better late than never. You know what I mean? This is not something that's going away. So the more you educate yourself now, the better.
And I think one of the things, as I'm sitting here texting everybody the link, and I just texted to you as well. I think one of the things I'm talking about is just, you almost sometimes feel bad, Cassius, because it's like, you want people back. We know we hold, and there's times where the market is down and you're just like, this is your moment. This is time is 15,000. Solana just went to $8.50. Like, pay attention. And they don't listen because all they see is it's going to crash even further. Then they look back, and sometimes you just feel bad, like your heart goes out because they just don't have the vision and they just don't see it. And then at this time, it's like, when they call, I almost feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to tell you to buy right now because everything's on fire, that kind of thing. So,
well, okay. So, and I always give people a healthy dose of like reality and perspective, right? Because you're right about that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you to buy at the top now. Do I think Bitcoin's going higher? Yes, I do in this cycle.
Right.
You're buying at this level. I'm always telling people about, you want to have an entry strategy, but also an exit strategy. Know what your personal investment thesis is. Right. Not everybody's in the same set of circumstances. Okay. So you got to know how much money you have to invest. If you have a reason why you're going to want to be taking profit, if you have a price action, a time that you want to remove it. Is it a timing, right? If you got Bitcoin halving coming up, we've got a potential for an Ethereum ETF, which seems like it would be very bullish, right? Not just for Ethereum, but probably for all altcoins, because we've seen what happened after the Bitcoin ETF came.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
But we don't necessarily know if it's going to get approved. Now, BlackRock is the one putting it forward, and they're like 500 and something to 1. They always get their ETFs approved. So it seems like there's a good call. People like me, I'm watching the news on this shit every day, right? I just watched a video on Altcoin Daily right before it came on here where someone says that they feel they lowered their chances of the BlackRock ETF coming through for Ethereum because this is just one group's opinion as an investment group, but he's like, we haven't been hearing the same questions about it that we heard leading up to the Bitcoin one. That being said, it's not until May. We're only in March right now.
Right.
So a lot can change, man. Things move real fast in crypto. So all I say is have an exit strategy, when you have an entry strategy, or like pay attention to what it is you really are trying to do if you're entering here.
Let me give you, and I just, because you're a brilliant mind. A lot of people, a lot of times they, it's funny because when you're an artist, they dismiss your knowledge about certain things or how intelligent you are. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I'm gonna tell you one of the smartest guys, and I know he's been getting a lot of crap lately online, but one of the smartest guys, I was able to spend a couple of days on his tour bus back to back with him. It was a dad from Friday. God rest his soul. He passed away. It was who else was on that bus? Andre Covington. It was what's the brother's name who from a death row? Suge Knight was on the bus. But I'm talking about Cat Williams, brilliant mind, and you dismiss him because he's funny. Because the guy is actually extremely intelligent. You remind me of a Cat Williams type dude. But there's a lot of these guys that are in this space that are very brilliant. So I want to ask you this. It's something that I share with my audience all the time. That's the 5 steps, I always say, in this space. So 5 things that you should really embrace. And number 1 is, and I'm going to say these things, you let me know how you feel about them. Number 1 is having a strategic plan. And I say a strategic plan because a plan is a plan, but a plan can also, there's a lot of people who plan on getting, a lot of people had a plan on getting on the Titanic, and look how that, so sometimes it got to be a strategic plan, right? And then number 2 is always do your own research. No matter what I say, no matter what you say, no matter what they see another influencer say, do your own research. Number 3, you got to control those emotions. It's the number 1 thing that wrecks people in this industry. And number 4 is take profit. There's so many people that I know that were millionaires, then thousandaires, and then millionaires, and then thousandaires, or 100,000, and then so you got to take. And number 5, always let your why lead you through this whole process. Meaning, once you identify your why, once you're focused on that thing that drives you, then that should hopefully allow you to do 1 through 4 at a very, very high level, so that you're in a position where you're not stressed, you're not worried about where the price is, is, or what have you. But would you agree those 5 steps are pretty important?
Yeah, you summed it up, man. I mean, just off the top of my head, that sounds like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's well-rounded approach. It's thoughtful.
Yeah.
And these are questions that everyone needs to ask themselves. Slow down a bit. Everyone said, price going up, I want to buy, But the first thing you mentioned was a strategic plan that kind of covers all the other stuff as well, right? Everything feeds into your overall strategic plan. So
that's right.
Take some time, think about it, know your personal circumstances. I would go down your checklist, ask, like your why is the last driving force,
That's
definitely. Right. And also too, I want to say, I agree with you about Cat Williams, but also I agree with you about the general premise was I'm a crypto rapper, right? What I mean?
Right.
But people don't know. I've been making music for years, long before crypto. But it's not about that. The fact that I'm not a trader who just raps. Right. I'm a person who's been in music for a long time. But I do believe that sometimes you get an association, a connotation with it that, oh, that's the guy who makes music. And of course, that's true. I do make music, but I'm on this market. I'm on this game tough.
You're on another level, brother. Because even when you were on CNBC, I think it started with the music. And when you started talking, they were like, "Whoa, this guy knows his stuff."
yeah. Because I'm trying to make games. I spend more minutes a day, if you will, covering the market, reading information than I do in the studio making music.
Right.
But I do want to tell you though, the new rap I got coming out with Crypto Face, it is on some intelligent shit. It's super duper fast speed rap. So if you like lyrics,
right,
man,
it's off the hook.
This one is going to be the one for you.
Well, hopefully, I want you to play a little bit of that before we get out of here. There's something that you said here just a while ago. You said people have to get in where they fit in. And I think that's so important, Cassius, because I think so often people are looking around what other people do, and they're trying to compare themselves to other people, compare themselves to other people's success. And I just don't think that's the right way. What's your take on people just kind of understanding where they're at? This is their story. And they got to do what's best for them and their family, and not so much be looking around. Well, this guy did this, and this guy made millions in meme coins, and so people just chase memes and they don't find utilities. I'm not saying that you can't make money in that, but you just got to definitely have a well-rounded plan and make sure that you do what's best for you based off of what you have. I agree with that.
Yeah, and we live in an era where everything is on televised. Everything's on YouTube or something, man.
Right.
It's just a friendly reminder that those people are showing you what they want you to see.
Right.
You still focus on yourself and what you got to do.
Facts.
I would never compare myself to someone on YouTube.
That's right.
I mean, I just did a song with Crypto Face. He's got a $7 million trade right now. That's not a realistic for most people, right?
Right.
He's like the number 1 trader though for Bitcoin. So, we want to maybe copy his methods and learn from him,
right.
like that with Market Cipher. But at the same time, I'm probably not going to have a $5 million to $7 million trade open on Bitcoin anytime soon.
Facts. Yeah, that's a big extreme there. So I want to ask you this, and I want to get into some of your music as well. Obviously, this is Crypto and Music with my boy Cassius Cuvee. If you guys just tuned in, make sure you hit the like and subscribe and the notification bell so you guys get all the latest and greatest information. We've been doing some really great interviews, man. We've been getting a lot of shout outs from DAI, many other people. We've had Fruition Productions. I'm not sure if you caught what they were doing with the documentary. They've been on the show. We've been having just extraordinary interviews. I got AJ coming on, by the way, in April too, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Nice. I got a song with AJ, right?
Oh, you got a song. I know you put a song pretty much with everybody. I didn't know you had one.
AJ's rapping on it. He's tight.
Oh, AJ is dope. That's a dude. He's got a great spirit, man. I like that dude, young dude. And but yeah, I want to ask you this question. A lot of times, what we've seen going into the halving, Cassius, and I think it's probably going to be different this time. But a lot of times, we see the market starts pumping like we see it now. The halving date is over here. And right before we get to the halving, there's a pullback. So, big money's dumping on people. Everyone's sitting there, the halving, boom, and it dumps. And it kind of starts going sideways and capitulates for about the next 4 to 6 months before we go into that big bull run. Would you agree, or do you think, I want to say, would you agree? I think that this time might be a little different because we've never had this type of mainstream adoption. Institutional adoption is what we're waiting for, like XRP, XLM, XDC. That hasn't come yet. But I think mainstream adoption, where you start to see what changes the narrative, I believe, is Bitcoin ETFs. And I think that changes because it's not buy the room to sell the news. I think the reason a lot of people really thought that we would see 50-something thousand Bitcoin before a pullback, we're in the 70s, and it's very likely we could see 80. And so I think the narrative has changed a little bit with the Bitcoin ETFs and all the money that's flowing in. But is it possible that we still have that pullback? Should people be very cautious, or do you think this thing is just going to go parabolic from here? Your assessment of because the volume, if you're a TA guy, the volume doesn't all add up all the way. And so if you look at the charts, the volume just doesn't add up to the type of price action we're having right now. What's your take on that, Cassius?
Well, first of all, before I get into the speculation about the future, I just want to state one point of fact. This is the first time we've ever reached an all-time high before the halving.
Facts.
So
yeah.
Things are in fact different, right?
That's right.
That's a pretty significant difference, right?
That's right.
Which it seems as though coincides with the fact, which is also different, that it's the first time we've ever had a spot Bitcoin ETF. So, is that a coincidence? I think not, right? I mean,
right.
Like Larry Fink is charged of BlackRock. There's also, there's 11 Bitcoin ETFs, and they're drawing in billions of dollars a day. So now, granted, I'm not exactly sure what volume metric you're looking at, but you got to understand too, they're buying OCT and stuff. So it's not exactly the same, in the market volume.
That's right.
But that doesn't mean that there's still buy pressure though, because of that. And also specifically ETFs, like they don't just snap their fingers, all the money's there. No. Basically what they have is an army of sales reps.
That's right.
Go to these pension funds, these major funds, and all these companies that just take regular passive income from people, and they're now selling them on the fact that you should have 1 to 3% of your portfolio in Bitcoin.
That's right.
That doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
There's, first of all, at least 1 month cycle before they even reset everything.
Right.
And they rebalance everything. So that is in fact different. You want to be careful saying this time is different, but that is very, very fundamental difference from Bitcoin that's never happened before.
Right.
So perhaps that drove the price higher before the halving. That being said, could there be a pullback? And halving's only 4 weeks and some change away, right? I mean, it's probably going to be April 5th, 14th,
33, 34 days away. Yeah,
33, 40 days. So we're only 4 or 5 weeks away.
Right.
Bitcoin's very volatile. You see that. It can go $10,000 in a day in either direction.
But Cassius, I don't mean to cut you off, but here's the difference, bro. Or here's the thing. You got people like Michael Saylor and BlackRock. They're still dollar cost averaging at 70 grand. These guys aren't getting in to sell at 80. They're not getting in to sell at 85. I mean, these guys are getting in and they're buying it faster than it can be mined. I mean, it's nuts. And that's the thing that's changed is that they're waiting for you to sell your Bitcoin. They're going to snatch it all up. And I think that's the different narrative.
No, Michael Saylor can't compete. I mean, Michael Saylor's been accumulating since 2021 and BlackRock did it in 2 months, basically.
Right.
BlackRock, just so people don't know, Larry Fink is in charge of BlackRock. He's the biggest money manager in the world. It's over $10 trillion with a T.
That's right.
$10 trillion.
That's nuts.
This is not small time. This is now mainstream, as you said.
Right.
So, and again, too, they have an army of salespeople pushing adoption. Hell, Larry Fink himself was just on Fox Business News the other day pushing that. Like, whoever thought Larry Fink would be the biggest crypto influencer?
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's a different. The ETFs are going to buy no matter what the price is. They're not a normal. This is not a normal.
Well, and you know what it is in that world that me and you are not in. Kind of like you were talking about your buddy in the $5 to $7 million trade. In that world, and I say this kindly, those guys are always like Michael Saylor started it. Big money watch. They follow, and everyone in that space on that level is mine is bigger than yours. Mine is bigger than yours, and I think that's what's driving the price up all crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of good reason for Bitcoin to go higher, right? Me and you know this, and most of the people probably watching the show probably understand the general fundamentals of it. Right. But like the rubber meets the road, really, while any asset goes up, is because there's more buying demand than selling pressure, buying pressure than selling pressure. Right now in this bull market, Bitcoin has it. Now, does it mean there won't be pullbacks? Certainly. If you look on for example, my buddies Altcoin Daily, right? They just posted this where if you look at the chart in 2017 when that bull run, there was like 5 or 6, maybe 7 times where there was a 30% plus pullback. Jeez. And it still went higher just in that one run.
That's right.
Certainly could have a 30% pullback. I would be very confident that people are going to come in and buy that dip.
I don't think it'll be that big just because they're buying up. So yeah. I don't think I was listening to one guy says I don't think it'll be that big. Maybe in the teens, only because of the fact that they're buying and they're coming. It's coming from everywhere, and everyone's paying attention, and everyone, like I said, they're trying to get those bags filled. And this is not one of the things that they're trying to look. These guys are not trying to come in at 70 grand and dump it 80 or 90 or 100. I think they're looking at the bigger picture. They see the different evaluations that ARK Investments with Kathy would have given, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6 by 2030. I mean, these guys are in it for, because you're talking about billions and billions and billions and trillions of dollars these guys are going to make. So yeah, they're in it for the long game. And I like Michael Saylor. He goes, guess what I'm going to sell my Bitcoin? He goes, never. Because, I'm just like, and when you really understand what he's talking about, you get it. I mean, there'll be a time that we'll go.
I got to throw back a word of caution about that, though, because me and you and most people watching this are not Michael Saylor. So
that's right. Yeah, true.
I do need to say that because, and my homegirl Crypto Wendy O was talking about this too today because, he's saying don't sell your Bitcoin. Listen, he can do whatever the hell he wanted to do, but he also has the ability to endlessly borrow money.
That's true.
Right. So like BlackRock and these type of people, like literally their money is endless, right?
Endless, right. That's right.
So other regular folks, you do want to have that exit strategy or
absolutely
strategy.
Sure.
Like, look, I bought some at 70. When it gets to 100, I got to take some money out. Like I don't want to say unless you've got some other stream income where you're prepared to hold it forever or something like that.
That's right.
That's where everybody's different, but I just don't want to make the mistake of seeing that. Now, that being said, as far as the overall price of Bitcoin, there are people like that. The ETFs, the price doesn't really matter. They have to hold it to back the fact that they're selling it to all of their clients.
That's right.
Because it's a spot, and this is why this is the difference between a futures ETF and a spot Bitcoin ETF.
That's right.
Because they have to hold the actual Bitcoin.
Right.
So they can't really sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you think about the possibility of Ethereum? And now there's even some talk where they've questioned Brad Garlinghouse, and he didn't deny it. He just says he thinks that would be something that would be beneficial to the XRP community when they were talking about XRP ETFs. What do you think about the possibilities of Ethereum and XRP? Would that be huge as well?
Oh, yeah. So we'll start with Ethereum, right? Because that's the one we know they have an application for. So for ours, right, just so everyone knows, right now, Ethereum is the only altcoin that has an application in the works with a date on it, right? But if Ethereum ETF got approved, we already know, just like you brought up, the speculation for what altcoin is coming next. Yeah. That's going to drive the price, I think. That's going to make a lot of price of the altcoins go big. Facts. So I hope the Ethereum ETF goes. I like Algorand. I got a bag of XRP. The other two you mentioned, XDC and XLM. I got bags of those. So and so XRP would be, to me, on my short list. Like if I had a short list of 5 cryptos, let's say, that were coming after the ETF, let's say the Ethereum ETF goes, right? You're looking at Solana. You're looking at XRP.
That's right.
I know Algorand price action hasn't been good, but if you know anything about Silvio McCallie and the fact that he's connected at MIT and he's personal friends with Gary Gensler, I think Algorand's on that list. If you look at the Swift banking system, central bank is adopting Algorand, India. So Algorand's on that list to me. Those are for sure some to me that are certainly possible.
I agree. I got all of those and then some. So I definitely think those are great coins. Where do you see well, before we get into either more questions, because it's crypto and music, let me bring up a snippet of some of this music, because I know people want to know what you got going on with that, and I believe I have it right here. So let me share this screen, and then I want to have you play some stuff in your background. But let me just share this real quick. Hold on one second. Okay, so we got Cassius Cuvee here. Let me see if it's on here. It's right here. So let me play this real quick.
Oh yeah, I made the little snippet yesterday.
Okay, so this is a snippet of 35 seconds of Cassius Cuvee's. This is your new song that's coming out, right?
I'm not on. This is just the part that Crypto Face is rapping up.
Okay. Let's show that real quick. Looks like we got some buffer.
Well, that's right. And for those who don't know, and I'm glad that we can bring him up, because Crypto Face, he's a world record holder, crypto trader. Market Cipher is the name of his company. That's why the song is called The Market Cipher, which is like a play off the words in rap. We have a cipher.
Right.
So that's why I use that as the hook. For
now, if this continues to buffer, you're able to play this on your end?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, let me try it one more time, and then if not.
And the song, I'm going to be dropping it by this weekend too.
Okay, so since this is sitting here buffering, let me go back to the beginning where your page is at, and let's go ahead and just play it through. I'm gonna close this out, and let's go ahead and play it on your end if we can.
Oh, good. I'll play just from the beginning here, a few seconds here.
All right, cool.
Can you hear that?
Loud and clear.
Crypto Face. Join the market site. With Cassius Cuvee. Yeah.
Join
the market site. I bet you didn't know that I can rap. Join the market site. Even faster than I can trade. Join the market site. Let go. I love the adrenaline trades. I'm winning and my indicators say when it's starting to finish him. Swing trade more on point than a pendulum live stream every day. 100K minimum. Come along for the ride. I'll be giving you the guide. With my brother on my side. Green candles on the rise. Yeah, the time has arrived. $30 million live. Better yet, make it 5.
Woo! Boy, all right.
You hear them a beat side. Cash came through with a brand new heat rock. Every single time more shine than a peacock. Bitcoin pop now it's headed for the treetop. If you think not, then you're living in a dream shop. I predicted this. You can check the X screenshot. Price going up. There's been calling.
We gotta stop the beat.
What? Oh my God, boy, y'all flowing.
No,
Hey,
that's
hey,
I don't even want to get it all the way yet.
Yeah, you were on one on that one, brother. You were on one on that one.
That was Crypto Fate. Let me give you a little part. I'm gonna just cut to somewhere in the middle of my part.
Woo! Let's do it. Let's do it. Fire. Fire.
Hung up with only one indicator. Got to dodge the imitators because it's really nothing greater. I'm inadvertently gonna intimidate a hater. If you grow on me the data, I might have to hit her later. She the blame is in the game because I claim that I like her, but stuck too deep in the game to go wipe her. When scalping, I got that aim like a sniper. This ain't FA, but I'll train your advisor. 100x lovers got the speed of a viper. Glued to the chalk, got a pee in a diaper. I only look away when I step into the booth, and it's time to put a real MC in a cipher.
Woo!
Join the market cipher.
If you want to get games, you gotta get trained. So
join the market cipher. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. So, man, that's crazy. You and that's definitely gonna be a hit. I can't wait for it. Now. When is it supposed to be dropping officially? Like on YouTube, where people can check it out, Spotify, all that good stuff.
The song, I put the shit out ASAP. So I put out the distributor. Put the release date is tomorrow. Sometimes it's a day or some delay. We'll see. But it might be out on Spotify and everything by tomorrow, maybe a couple platforms. So I'll say by Friday, hopefully. I'm about to work on the video as soon as I get off this call with you. I got the skills with the AI and shit.
Wow.
So I'm about to do that. And then I'm going to drop the video by probably hopefully on the weekend, by Saturday, man.
Wow. So let everybody know now. I've got your what is this? Your X page up right now, Cassius Cuvee, guys. Make sure you check out my brother. Absolutely incredible, next level. You can see right here, if you go there, Oakland, California, you can see his YouTube channel right there as well. So you click that link, it takes you right into the YouTube, which will pull up. Actually, let me do this.
Yeah, you can just search my name. Cassius Cuvee is the name of my YouTube channel.
So let me share the screen here. So there's let me do this real quick because I was looking on my screen. So there goes Cassius Cuvee as far as his X page. And if you go down right here, you'll see his YouTube. That'll take you right into his YouTube. And as far as the platform, Spotify, and all those things, what would be the name of the song that they're looking for?
It's going to be called The Market Cipher.
The Market Cipher. I love it.
Market Cipher is the name of Crypto Face's company, and it's an indicator in TradingView. So it helps you know when to buy and sell and stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot of people use it too. It's pretty mainstream for traders. Like if you're a real trader, this is a really good tool. It's not cheap. It's actually pretty expensive because he's high level, man. He's really
so now Market Cipher is somebody that was rapping already and trading?
No. Let me I gotta take a quick step back here real quick.
Okay.
When you're rocking with Cassius Cuvee,
right,
I can make anybody sound like a star. Okay?
Dude, I seen you have like Ben Armstrong. I'm like, what the hell has Ben doing in a rap song, man? I mean, you bring it out of everybody, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people I work with aren't really rapping. Now, AJ can bust. AJ can flow.
Wow.
Crypto Face, this is his first song ever, and you heard him spitting right there, right?
Boy, you can't tell though. You can't tell.
Trust me, I got his back. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Wow.
You rock with me, I'm gonna make you sound great. So we got that coming. So I made a song. So Ben Armstrong, for those who know BitBoy,
right?
I made a song for him. I do his opening track on his live stream.
Right.
So that actually was a banger too, man. That song, he plays it every day. That shit is tight.
Wow.
And he played it too, like when he just had to fight in Mexico City.
So dude, I saw that, man. Yeah, that was big for him. That was big, brother. That was real. I mean, just to have the heart to go out there. The brother's actually been working out. You can see he had a shirt. I was like, you look at Ben. I mean, he's come a long ways. But since you brought that up, let's talk about that, because I know that had to be for somebody who's that close to him, it had to be a super humbling experience, because, a lot of times, we talk about in life, always being grateful, never taking things for granted, with this family, with this opportunity, because, and I never speak religion and I never speak politics, but sometimes the man upstairs has a way of humbling you when those things aren't, at the forefront of what you're doing. And he's, such a good guy, but I think, he had to be humbled. I think he'll come back bigger and better, but just talk about, that narrative, you being so close, good friends with him and everybody in that circle on both sides, the good and the other side. I'm sure you were connected to all of them. Just talk about, what you saw with that and just that whole, the way that whole thing came out. It was very unfortunate.
Yeah, well, so I mean, first of all, I personally know Ben. I've been to Hit Network. He flew me out there. I filmed the Catching Up to Crypto music video. That's the name of his book. I wrote a song about it. Basically,
That's
shows
right.
crypto.
Yep.
So yeah, I met everybody. Stayed out there a few days. Me and AJ filmed. Just paid me an algo out there. So the infamous Lamborghini that he's always talking about. Me and AJ are in the music video driving that car.
Yeah,
right?
you were even at book signings. I saw you were like they had you everywhere. Everywhere.
Book signing out here. Actually, we came to the Bay and out there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I know him well, and I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, Ben Armstrong is a good guy. That's a solid guy. He's never once lied to me. He's always been kept it 100. So there's never been a case where I ever thought like, oh, I didn't get something he said he was going to do. He always did what he said he was going to do. Right. So I don't have nothing bad to say about him as far as him being a solid dude. Okay. Right. The things that went down with his company and whatever, I kind of stay out of that kind of stuff. Really. Right. You know what I mean? But I will say this: if somebody took my YouTube channel, I'd be fucking pissed too.
Yeah, very pissed.
So he's definitely majority owner of his company. So I just want to say this: the perspective of someone being upset visibly on camera, just for a second, put yourself in their shoes. Yeah. You built something for years, and then someone took it from you. You would be mad too.
And you're not just talking about Cassius. We're not just talking about a YouTube channel. We're talking about the biggest YouTube channel in all of crypto. And, I was very disturbed by that as well, because, all those people that were around him, look, if someone, I don't care what the narrative, the situation was, and we don't got to get too much into it because I don't know his personal business. I don't like talk about things I don't know, but regardless of what the situation was, unless he was just out there doing something so horrific, there's no excuse to sit there and, sabotage someone and take their business. And that really didn't sit well with me. And it's one of the reasons I've always been in business for myself. And if I have had partners, they're at such a high level as far as credibility, because, no matter what, this as well as I do, no matter what you do in life, you're always going to have haters. And even those who seem like they're not hating, they're just waiting in the shadows for the opportunity to get you. And I hate to say it, but man, it happens more often than not. Right. And I talk about that on my stream with people, just the everyday average Joe, because I said, when you get to a level of success where you've turned your crypto holdings into millions, and even outside of crypto, before I've done everything I've done in crypto, even in business, man, we've always seen, you've probably seen it in music. You've seen it when you've gone play. You've seen it when you were out with people and doing things. It's just, it's almost, it's like an old saying that you hear from Biggie Small. He said, the more money, the more problems. And that, man, that is just so true, brother. That's so true.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, I do think that Ben's circumstance is a little unique and probably a little more fucked up than some other circumstances. Right. But like you say, it's also not a new story. Things happen. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't just a YouTube channel too. It's Twitter page, everything. It was like, what the hell? Yeah. So it is what it is as far as that. Ben's coming back though.
Big time.
Think that
big
fight.
Time.
First of all, it's an entertaining fight. So if anybody hasn't seen it, go to Karate Combat and check it out. Right. Hey, I actually made a song for Karate Combat as well. So
right. Yeah. But I have a newfound respect, because man, people don't realize, like, when you're swinging punches like that, bro, those guys were exhausted.
They're in Mexico City too with the high altitude.
Oh man, you could just sit there like I mean, at some point you might, it's like you might think, it's easy. That boxing is one of the hardest things to do, man. Period.
I know.
Big time.
I know. I'm Cassius Cuvee because I like to spar, right? I like to throw down sometimes.
Yeah.
No, boxing would definitely, that'll humble you.
Big time. And the fact that he won that, man, that's shouts out to Ben and shouts out to that victory. And I wish him nothing but the best and all that he does. So that's dope. So let me ask you this, man. So I think I asked you this about Las Vegas. You're not coming because you got some things planned. Right? You got some things going on. Because the first thing I asked you when we reconnect, I said, "Yo, Cash," and we always stay connected. You're my little brother, man. And I was like, we always kind of keep tabs on each other. And I was like, "Yo, bro, are you coming to Vegas?" And so you said, "No, you got some things going on. What do you got going?"
Well, I'm working on this song, this music video, and then other people, people hire me to do tracks for them and stuff like that. Wow. And kind of getting deeper in this market cipher as well, as far as learning those trading strategies, because man, that's a monster right there. But travel, I did so much travel, man.
Yeah, you were everywhere.
Also, just, on slight touch, I won't dwell on, but I take care of my stepfather. He's older. He's 79 years old. He's handicapped. So I kind of look after him, try not to travel so much, and let's just kind of more business really going on.
There's a minute there, like I said, you were everywhere, every platform, every book release. You were like, and I was getting the invites. That's how I knew you were everywhere. I was like, good God, this dude is everywhere. So shouts out, and I definitely appreciate you following. Let me see if I got any questions for some people here in the chat here. Shouts out to Josh. I like to always give recognition. Shouts out to Yusef El Bebe. Shouts out to Big Bullish Big D. We've got Bobby Townsend, Miss J Kills, Frankie Legend, Andrew T, Tony Bags. Let's see what else we got here. What's up, Miss J Kills? How you doing? Dave P in the house. Appreciate you guys in a major way. Thank all you guys for tuning in. It means the world to us. Crypto Navigator. I'll actually be on your show in just a moment. When Mullet. That's a dope name. One Mullet, Tony Bags in the house, Beekeeper69, Bobby Townsend, Algo Dog.Algo. Okay, hey, we know he's bullish on Algo. That's dope. Yeah, with a name like that. We got Karma Carmichael's in the house. So let me ask you this as we go, the Big Watch dude, what's up? Janet Lopez, greatest mother on planet Earth. How you doing? We got Rye Guy in the house. Make sure I got everybody here. Baller Not One. What's up, Baller Not? Good to see you, my friend. Anthony Wanner. Pleasure, my man. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you guys. And guys, make sure you check us out. Tiffany Serranos. How you doing? Always one away. Good to see you. Diamond Hands. Welcome. Bullish Big D. So guys, we've got another show that I'm going to be jumping on with my boy just to show him some support. Crypto Navigator starts at 6 o'clock. Make sure you guys check in. And so, Cash, let me ask you this. Where do you see, I know we're getting ready to go. I think it's going to be, and you give me your opinion on it, I think this is going to be the greatest bull run we've ever seen. Just because of, like I said, everything that's happening is so not like the previous bull runs. We've never had this type of we've never had this type of money coming in. I mean, the game has just changed, man. And the crazy thing about it, I don't know if I'm more excited about what Bitcoin is doing or the fact that some of these altcoins haven't even really took off yet, because the last time Bitcoin was 68,000, you had Link in the $50, $60, Polkadot was $50 something. You had, some of these coins are so not there right now. And I think it's going to be one of the most explosive bull runs we've ever seen. Where do you see the market? And I think this is very important, because I think this is what changes the whole equation, because obviously we still have to get through regulatory clarity. We still got to get through some of these ridiculous lawsuits. There's a lot of things we still got to get through. Where do you see crypto in the next 3 to 5 years? I think the time is 25 to 30. What do you see crypto in that time frame?
Boy, 3 to 5 years is a long time. I thought you were going to say in this cycle, we're at that 3 to 5 years. We're talking about the next cycle.
Well, hey, we wait. Let's go right into where we're at now, and then leading up into the next. Let's do from now all the way up until the next cycle. What do you see everything at?
Well, first of all, it's interesting for a lot of reasons, right? The halving coincides usually like an election year, which always makes things a little bit screwy.
That's true.
But changing, things always swing left or one way or the other, back and forth in an election. So it's, kind of in an uncertain time.
Right.
But the potential for things to change for the better for crypto, I think legislation are there. If you're talking about regulation, that has a chance of swinging back. It's really hard to say, man. I got to say, right now, meme coins and stuff are pumping. I'm not a big meme coin guy. You're not really showing meme coins on my. Right, I'm really always been a utility type of guy.
Right.
I got to say, I don't like it. I won't say I don't like it. The sentiment of it, though, is questionable to me. But it also does show excitement, right? So it's a litmus test that shows excitement at the beginning of something. I put it this way. I think right now, the excitement in meme coins is still from us mostly inside baseball folks. I haven't got any questions about any new meme coins from anybody, right?
Right.
Like, who called me up or just asked me about Bitcoin.
Right.
When I hear, when someone asks me about Dogwood Hat or something like that, then I'll start seeing more details involved, right?
Right.
So I think that, right now it's kind of this first initial hype, but I still kind of think it's mostly inside baseball. And now, the Larry Finks of the world who decided to get on. It's not really mainstream. Part of the factor of that, though, is it is different in the sense that they didn't print $7 trillion this time like they did in 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
So, I think economically for the regular folks, there's not as much slush money around. Credit card debt's at all-time highs and shit like that.
Right.
But still, though, let me put it this way. I don't see any reason to be bearish.
Right.
And if
it's hard, not right now.
Bearish.
Yeah.
The market just needs to keep grinding higher.
Right,
There's
right.
no like reason. And then
Right.
at some point, the real altcoin season will kick in. That hasn't
Right.
started yet.
Not at all.
Not at all. So
No.
when that happens, so this is my humble prediction for the near term here, right? We got the Bitcoin halving. I don't think we have a major pullback before the Bitcoin halving. It could happen, but not major. There may be somewhat of a sell the news after that if we don't have anything, or if it like pumps hella crazy right before it, right?
Exactly.
A little bit sell news. But here's the thing. We've got the speculation of the Ethereum ETF coming in May right behind it. That may kick off altcoin season.
Right.
Because just like when the Bitcoin ETF got approved, you remember what happened. There was a little bit of pullback in Bitcoin, but Ethereum started running.
That's right.
So if there's speculation for Ethereum, there's going to be speculation for the other altcoins with utility.
Right.
And those can go like this overnight. Right. You never really know. Right. So if that's off to the races, and then if the ETF does get approved,
yeah, it's gonna go crazy,
bro. Like I don't know, man. Like that, I don't know where this guy.
And you'll see some of that money, not the Michael Saylor money, but you'll see a lot of people who have Bitcoin start moving into alts, and then
exactly. Yeah, and that's true. So that's part of the cycle. So it's definitely true. Everyone says this. It's been true in the history. Bitcoin goes first. It always goes first. Just go look at the other cycles, right? It's maybe months, like last time, right? It was 2020 still when Bitcoin started running.
That's right.
And then it did, but altcoin started on January 1st,
right,
of 2021.
Right.
So we're still delayed. Like, I mean, it seems like things happen so fast for people like me and you follow it every day. But like you blink your eye and 5 weeks have gone by, and all of a sudden everything's up 10x. That's a very realistic possibility.
Right. And it's crazy, man, because it just seemed like yesterday we were like hoping to maintain 30,000, and we look up and it just happened so fast. And that's why I think once Bitcoin gets to 100, man, I just think, oh my gosh,
that's because like a crowning achievement.
Oh man,
that is gonna like have everyone be like, oh my God, FOMO, I think will be set at a peak.
Yeah.
I don't know when that's gonna happen. See, that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen pre-halving or not. Again, we're in unusual times. This all-time high before the halving has never happened before.
Absolutely.
So okay, so does that mean, so the question is this, does that mean, some people say, Ben says we're going to have a super cycle, that means, or if you look at the thing, it's not till September 2025 that should
right.
But there's a counter argument to that. Everything seems to be moved earlier this time.
That's right.
So does that mean that the cycle is starting earlier, like we're more hip to the game? We're still early, even if everything moved early.
Right.
But like maybe then it doesn't extend as far. It's kind of hard to say. You got to watch it every day to know where we're at. You got to tap into Crypto4Life every day.
Every day, man. I'm telling you.
Find out what's going on.
That's it. Appreciate you, my brother. No, so let me ask you this. If I'm looking at your channel right now, I saw that you dropped something, HODL ICP music by Cassius Cuvee 4 months ago. If there's any video, so I can give people, I know they're waiting for the song.
That was dope.
Yeah, I know we're waiting for a song. Is that something I could play to kind of give them a good idea of who you are?
Go ahead and play. Yeah, HODL ICP. People don't know that's the internet computer. There are really advanced blockchain. They got everything on chain. It's kind of different. They're trying to be basically like Amazon Web Services. Okay. So they're a decentralized cloud.
Guys, this is my brother Cassius Cuvee 4 months ago, HODL ICP music video, one and only. Let's play it.
Looking for that real Web3 with the HODL ICP. 100% on chain. Yeah, let's go. Everything blockchain. Let's get it. Cassius Cuvee. I think I found the top tier, a whole different ball game. I'm loving what we got here, cause everything is on chain. 100, keep it 100. The internet computer got anything you want. It's the everything blockchain. It really is decentralized, simplified, no fees to leave you penalized. Big time, scalability is infinite. You never gotta leave the ecosystem once you enter it. I'm deep diving, checking out the dashboard. They got every single thing that I could ask for, plus more. Utility, I want that. The canister structure is more than a smart contract. I bought the dip cause it's a different type of crypto. I had a little bit, but it's legit. I'm about to get more. The backbone of Web3 is built to be the number one. And time will see, but me, I'm in it for the long run. I HODL ICP, yeah, I HODL ICP. As far as I can see, the future's looking bright.
Dude, this is so dope because this is bigger than a song. It's like you're doing a deep dive in the coin. You're telling them why. You're telling why. So this is dope, bro. Like it's like people go to people's channel to hope to learn about a coin. And if you love music, this is a hell of a way to learn about this project. I'm gonna keep playing it. This is dope.
Me, I hodl ICP, yeah, I hodl ICP. The future Web3 is feeling real nice to me. Decentralized cloud and it don't need oracles. They found a way to bundle codes and then storage those. Check it, bro, yeah, I'm talking about the technicals. The NFTs are way more than collectibles. And nah, this ain't a meme or a shitcoin. Look at how they bringing superpower straight to Bitcoin. A few hundred dApps already built on it. One day there will probably be a mill on it. Meanwhile, I get rewards from the governance. Tell Dominic Williams that I am loving this. More transactions than any chain, and this real. They built the world computer, and this a big deal. I hodl ICP, yeah, I hodl ICP. As far as I can see, the future's looking bright to me. I hodl ICP, yeah, I hodl ICP. The future Web3 is feeling real nice to me. Yeah. Long-term hodl. NNS.
Long-term hodl, dude. That's so dope. I'm bro. Like, I'm not gassing up. That's dope as hell because
Thank you.
I can't even imagine telling someone saying, "Man, I want to learn about ICP. Go check out Cassius Cuvee." I mean, bro, that was all the way through bars. Like you're dropping everything about that's dope, bro. That's super dope. How do you guys feel about that track right there, guys? That's absolutely sick that you can go and learn about a project lyrically. And I mean, from a very high, you guys see why I say this guy is smart as hell? That's dope. That's dope, bro. That's
man, no, that's a nerd rap for real.
Wow.
I mean, listen,
wow.
ICP is very technical. I mean, God, I don't even understand all of it. It's they really are doing some more advanced stuff. They played that for the foundation. I did that for the foundation. They played it in Paris when they had a big thing going on. And if you notice, not saying it was me, but the price is basically quadrupled since I dropped the video. Just saying.
No, somebody said now I want to FOMO on the ICP. I feel the same damn way. Dave P says fire. Yusef Baby says straight heat. Baller not one fire 4 times. Josh fire. Marvin Davis, he's dope, bro. That's up. I mean, bro, you get nothing but love on this. And Miss J Kills fire. J Kills fire. Oh yeah, bro, you getting a lot of love for that one. That was dope as hell. You. That was dope as hell, bro. I'm gonna have to use that now. You guys, I'm gonna have to play that because that's sick. Like it's crazy when I think about some of the dives that I do with some of the other people, but that's what better way to dive in than that. That's dope, man. Congratulations,
on that. Man. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm really about that life though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really in crypto for life, just like you, my brother.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, we really study this stuff daily. And listen, I want to give a shout out to you. You want to be one of the hardest working brothers, man. I hit you up. You're like, well, I'm on live right now. I'm like, this brother doing live all day long. Like, he's like, you on the credit to you, man. You really
appreciate you.
Thing. And it's hard. Two people don't know how much work it is to be a content creator.
Yeah.
And keep it going daily, regular basis. It's hard. I mean, I kind of slowed down, stopped doing my show, Popping Crypto. That was a 2022 thing. 2023, I did a couple episodes of my new show, Upgraded, talking about some broader things. But like, it's hard making content.
Yeah.
So it's good that a brother like you is still, going consistent all the time. So
I appreciate it, man. No, I appreciate you, brother. Much love, man. You know, you my little brother, and we connected for a reason. And people don't realize, like, I tell people all the time, like, because I get phone calls for so many people, messages, and I really didn't understand why I used to see a lot of people who didn't answer the phone and they can't get right to the phone, because when you're trying to juggle this, and I got a business now in Las Vegas that I'm doing. Oh, okay. We moved back to Las Vegas. Last time I talked to you, I think I was in Sonoma County. I moved to California.
Oh, yeah.
So we came back to Vegas, and between that and juggling some new ideas, I'm working on this multi-million-dollar deal with my boy Mike Owens, who's in here. We've got so many things that's going on, and so it does take a lot of work. And then I got my family. I got my daughter and her boyfriend's supposed to be coming out. He plays for the Bears. They're going to be down this weekend. It's just so much going on. I just found out some life-changing news that I can't even talk about. I want to talk about it so bad, but I can't. And it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, it's just amazing, man. So thank you so much, because that is a fact, man. It takes a lot to do this. And
that's why I appreciate all the fans who show support. Yeah. Like, subscribe, share it. You know what I mean? Like, a brother's hard working.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And you getting up just nonstop love in here. ICP about to go to all new to all times. I said $700. Damn. Cassius Cuvee.
Listen, there's a lot of perspectives on ICP.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
It truly is remarkable what they've done. It's different than other blockchains. So, just one more project to look into. I know there's a lot. There's a lot.
Facts.
But it's just one of those things that I happen to believe in it. And again, like Algorand, everyone knows I'm a big dog on Algorand. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin is the big dog. right?
Hey,
This is
facts,
number one.
Facts.
Bitcoin's number
No.
one. And there's
Yeah,
a
I'm with
good
you on
reason for it. You know, I want to point this out, right? I think about the nuances of crypto all the time. And I know we got to wrap it up here.
Yeah, no
But
worries.
the Bitcoin maximalist, which obviously I'm not, but like the reason they love Bitcoin, like the same reason people love Bitcoin is some of the same reason some people don't like Bitcoin.
Right.
Because Bitcoin never changes,
That's
right? It doesn't really change. And they're not going to vote to change it, right?
That's right.
And that's a good thing. That's good for Bitcoin.
Right.
But I want to, differentiate. Bitcoin is digital gold, if you will. I do believe that storage of value, these types of things. I understand all of its use cases. I love Bitcoin. Obviously, it's the only chain I have. Yeah. But the other ones have a different use case, and I want to point this out because Jack, the guy who does the Lightning Network, he doesn't believe in like the other coins and stuff. But it's like, no one said necessarily the altcoins are also digital money. They're digital assets. They have value, but you could call them software. You can call them. They solve a different problem. It's just that you can like both. I'll say that. They have a different purpose, and one altcoin from another may have a different purpose.
It's not about tribalism. It's all about being diversified and putting yourself in the best position possible. So I agree with that. Final words as we get ready to get out of here, man, because I'm about to jump on this on the stream. Anything else you want to add to the fan base? These guys are loving you right now, and I just appreciate you blessing us with your presence, man. Anything else you want to add before you get out of here, my brother?
I just appreciate the support. Tap in with me on Twitter. I got to say, after all these years, I'm probably still the most active on Twitter. I was trying to get everybody on VTHO, decentralized social media, but it didn't really, it's still there, and they got upgrades coming too, VTHO. But follow me on Twitter. You can get at me on Twitter. My YouTube channel is where I'm going to drop the new music video for the Market Cipher. And I think, if I really start getting popping on these charts and stuff, I might give in some more insights on some chart work too. But definitely follow me on Twitter.
And I got to get with you because I've had several people hit me up and say, you need to have Cassius Cuvee come up with the song for Crypto4Life. So I'm going to work on that with you, man. Make sure you remind me of that because you've been dropping nothing but bars. I know whatever you put out is going to be phenomenal. So let's make sure we get that. And by the way, guys, this is his X page / Twitter, Cassius Cuvee. Make sure you follow my brother, support my brother, one of the realest and most brilliant brothers in the game. Brother, I appreciate you in a major way. Thank you for all you do, my man.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Guys, Cassius Cuvee, the one and only. We'll see you guys with Crypto Navigator next. It's your boy James, a.k.a. 68Jane. Until next time, peace.